Hey man, it's Friday night, which only means one thing. Friday Night Bangers, only on Twitch. So if you want to come hang out with the rest of us, there's a link down below. Be listening to some music and chit-chatting with the cool community that we got here. So if you got nothing else to do, come hang out, man. It's going to be a good time. New Shout of Intent, guys. Holy shit. Oh, I'm fired up for this. Anyway, let's go on with the intro. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing super well, super excited, just like I am, because brand new track from Shout of Intent. I think most people that watch this channel know I'm a big fan of these guys. Melancholy was something special. Absolutely loved it. Malediction was my song of the year in 2019. And Reclaimer holds a special place in my heart still. Anyway, this is their new song, Intensified Genocide, and Ben Dewar had something pretty cool to say about it. Okay, so the vocalist Ben Dewar has commented saying, with this song, we touch on some of the darkest chapters in human history, often swept under the rug or unheard of. Ooh. Events that may have happened anywhere due to the carelessness or short-sightedness of dignitaries. Damn, okay, so it looks like he has something to say about this track. Regardless, I'm very, very excited for this, and I think that's all we really need for chit chat. So let's fucking do it. Right from the get-go. Shit, it's a little techie. There we go. Production on this is awesome. Woo! Okay, here we go. Love all the little pitch harmonics, man. Woo. Oh, that's a gnarly riff. This is... where are we going? Okay, back to this chorus again. That's such a sick riff, man. And the choir. But I'm not the only one going out my hair. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Dun. Woo! Into the That's it, eh? Damn, I still want more. Still want more. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, that was Shadow of Intent. So, like I said, big fan of these guys. With Melancholy, it was a cool new direction for the band. They're dropping the Halo sci-fi theme to their music. Although, not going to lie, I do miss it a little bit because Reclaimer to me is something special. I feel like I've always said it's like Dream Theater on steroids or something. Where Melancholy, they went into a more death metal approach. Here, it sounds like an extension of Melancholy with a hint of Reclaimer. So it's cool, and I enjoyed this track. Didn't love it though. So let's go through the pros and cons. So number one, I think Ben is a standout. So, you know, actually, if you watch my early Shadow of Intent reactions, it's always been Chris that I always mention. I absolutely love his guitar work and songwriting. But Ben has continued to be such a powerhouse. And, like, obviously, Ben has always been good. But I feel like he really, I'm understanding and appreciating him more and more is the point that I'm trying to make. I feel like he's such a powerhouse with his vocals. And he has such a unique tone. It's so dark and evil sounding, those lows, and when he does his highs, he uses them sparingly, and I like it when he does. But yeah, I think his tone and his wordplay and phrasing is insane. It's so insane. He literally carries these songs. Like, he is such a beast of a vocalist, man. Number two, like, I like some of the technicality in this. I thought the technical moments was actually pretty surprising because Shadow of Intent, they're a heavy deathcore band with death metal elements, but I don't really consider them overly technical. They are, like, technical behind the instruments, but in terms of, like, time signatures and what on that regard, it's not overly technical. But with this song, I felt like there was a lot of switch ups in rhythm. So a lot of switch ups in rhythm, a lot of switch ups in guitar riffs and stuff. So going back and forth and, like, these odd placements and pinch harmonics that happen really quick that I'm like, holy shit, how do you even fucking play that so fast in between everything else that's going on? I thought there was a lot of technical moments to this track that I liked. Another thing, drummer was a beast. So it looks like they got another new drummer. Everyone has long hair. Fucking love it. Everyone's growing their hair. That's sick. The pandemic has brought heavy music and long hair. But yeah, the drummer though, holy shit, he's an absolute beast. Like, you know, it's still kind of carrying the signature sound of Shadow of Intent's kind of drumming, where it's like intense and very in sync with what's going on, and the blast beats and everything like everything else that's going on. But there's a lot of cool rhythms that are going on, and following along suit with the technicality. Like, it's sick. It's really sick. Song structure was pretty cool too. So I thought the structure of the song was actually pretty sick for, like, where were we going? Like, I did not know where, like, the chorus was going to happen. When the chorus did happen, it took, like, almost like a minute to get there, or a little bit longer maybe, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I thought those verses were prolonged, and I thought, like, the solo and section, like, came in pretty late, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I felt like the structure was kind of like a structure that happens a lot in deathcore, or even just like regular kind of music, but it's the duration of time that they used in those verses to get to those sections that made it seem a little bit not unpredictable, but not used to. So I thought that was cool, where they kind of played with the structure a little bit. So yeah, decent amount of pros, but let's go on to the cons. And I guess my cons with this is that there was nothing overly that memorable or stood out to me. Like, it's everything that we've heard from Shadow of Intent. It was intense, brutal, everything in very fast pace and lots of switch ups and rhythms. I thought the technical moments were kind of a little bit newish, but for the most part, there wasn't anything overly memorable. There was no climax really to the song. As soon as it started, it kind of ended the same way. And so I guess the dynamics of this track, there wasn't really too much dynamics. We got, like, some chunky verses and some cool, like, riffage, and then we got a chorus and a solo that just kind of came and went. So I felt like there was nothing overly that stood out in comparison to previous Shadow of Intent songs. And I guess another con with this is that, you know, Shadow of Intent has totally abandoned, like, kind of like the deathcore. It seems like, it feels like they're going into a more death metal approach, and you can definitely tell with Melancholy. But I felt like they had such a unique style of deathcore, and, you know, they had a good mix of that in Melancholy, but it was overly death metal. But I'm wondering how much this really stands apart in other death metal. Like, it does, but I felt like for deathcore, they really stood out to me. They really stood out, and that's why they were the reasons that the reason why I got back into deathcore. Like, that's why this band is so important to me. But obviously, like, listening to it now, they went into death metal, and to me, nothing sticks out as much as their older material because they really like shook up deathcore for me. Here, it sounds like a solid death metal track with like, you know, Shadow Intense kind of style. So, with that being said, I do have some cons to this track, but I'm still eagerly waiting to hear more from these guys because I know how talented they are, but I can't have a biased review even if I'm a big fan of the band. But guys, that's my thoughts on Shadow Intense new song. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below, spice up my life. What'd you guys think of this tune? I'm curious to know. Also, if you've gotten to this point in the video and you haven't clicked off yet, then I appreciate the shit out of you, man. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.